lovely people, and welcome back to Cassie Love TV. How are you guys doing today? So in today's video we're going to talk about product buildup and lint buildup. Let's take a deep breath. Why do we really have it, right? Why do we have lint buildup? Why? Anyway, let's get into the video. This video is actually inspired by myself. You know, as I grow my lock and as I go through my lock journey, I try to really and truly pay attention to my locks. I speak about this in one of my prior videos. So I don't just wash my locks and just call it a day. No. When I say I pay attention to my locks, I pay attention to my locks. So what inspired this video is last week before I got my hair done, I went to do my moisturize. I went to moisturize my hair like I normally do, okay? Then I saw some stuff in my locks. I'm like, but wait a minute, what's happening here? Where did these come from? They weren't there before. So, I thought about what I wore the day before. I'm like, I know where it came from. Also, I had a blanket around me and my hair was down. So I was there trying to pick this lint out. Now I picked out some of the lint, but not all of them came out. So right now I still have a couple of lint in my locks. That's what prompted today's video, because I realized something, and this is way deep than anything else, people. The first thing that we're going to talk about is product buildup. Now, product buildup, I think everyone gets it. It's not just people with locks. This is just stemming from all of the things you put in your hair before you washed it, right? But that's the week, 2 weeks, any product at all. That could be gel, because people do use a lot of gel. Now I do use gel in my hair too. I don't know, maybe conditioner. Some people condition their locks. When you go outside, breeze may blow, dirt, all different type of stuff, right? We know that. That's what product buildup is. Anything and all things that you put in your locks for that week or 2 weeks before you wash it. Now, product buildup can be removed in different ways. You can do an ACV wash. You can detox your locks. You can clarify your locks with a clarifying shampoo. You know, there's actually different ways to do that. And actually, if you're washing your hair regular, you shouldn't have a lot of product buildup, because each time you wash your hair, you know, your hair should be clean, right? And all those things you're doing to your hair should remove all of the product buildup. So that's it. Product buildup. We know what that is, right? Now, the issue is lint buildup. That's the issue, people. Kings and queens. Why nobody tell me this? That is the biggest issue. Now, I did notice this about 6 months ago with my locks. I was trying to do the detox and remove it. Some of it did remove, but I don't think that everything was removed. I think that on the outside of my locks, it may look like it was removed, but if you open up your locks, like take your locks one day and just open them up. Just open up with your hand. Don't tear your locks out now. Just take your time. You wouldn't believe what you'll find. It's some lint. Yeah. Now, when I saw that, and it's only the locks back here for some reason. I think it's because I wear my hair down a lot. I don't like to wear my hair up a lot for some reason. I don't know. My scalp is so sensitive. Even when I'm wearing my clothes, sweaters, blankets around me, like I'm always wearing my locks down. I think that's the reason why I have a lot of lint buildup. And I wouldn't say a lot, but I do notice it mainly with the locks behind here. I tried to use the apple cider vinegar method to remove it, and in my mind it removed everything, right? Because I saw the stuff in the water. I saw the water black as I don't know what. I saw some stuff, and I actually did use my finger and kind of pick a little bit out, just my hand, at the end, you know, because sometimes when you look in your locks, you're going to see the lint. You're going to see some little white things, and you're going to be tempted to pick them out, right? Why shouldn't we? So I'd be like, okay, let me take this off of my locks. You know what I mean? Yeah, especially if you have a blanket around you and that blanket have stuff on it. Come on. That's what caused it. And so the other day, as I said last week, let me go back to that. It's not like a story time, but last week I decided to look further into my lock. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. Let me just look in there. I just want to see what inside my locks look like. Baby, all I saw was lint. I started kind of pick them out, but I realized my locks was getting kind of how should I explain it? So I pulled my hair apart, just like a little pull apart. I started to use my finger and kind of take it a little bit, you know, not too much. But then I realized that when I did that, it was kind of pulling my locks apart a little bit. I didn't like what I see, so I immediately stopped. I said, okay, Cassandra, it's not gonna work. Deep breath. Deeper in and out. So I started thinking, you know, I had a moment, I ain't gonna lie. I said, well, maybe there's no way to get it out. I said, maybe there's no way to get it out. So, people, there's no way to get it out. I did my research. I went back to Asian days. I went back to my old heads, okay? You can't get rid of it, unfortunately. Well, I wouldn't say can't. So there are some things to prevent it. We're gonna talk about some things that you can do to prevent it, okay? But once it's in your locks, matted in your locks, it's gonna be hard to get it out. Some people also color their locks black or just color overall bleach. I'm not recommending that. I'm not telling you to go color your locks. I'm saying some people color their locks and you can't see it. But to be honest, a lot of people have it. And a lot of people also wear their hair up a lot. So they don't really get it, right? Because their hair is always not down. They don't really get it as much. You can also wear, again, cover your hair always when you're going to bed. Cover your hair with, a satin cap, all that good stuff. Because that will help to prevent it. Now, another huge thing is the clothes that you're wearing. I noticed that with me. Like my sweaters, blankets that I use, that's where it's coming from. In one of my other videos, I talk about that briefly. And I did say that I wore a sweater, right? And I noticed it was all up in my locks. And I had to pick the white stuff on my locks. And that's where that came from last week. And that's when I realized that, oh wow, you know, this lint buildup is serious. It really is. So, and as you can see, I have my hair down now, but I have on a jean shirt. There's nothing coming off of this shirt. So it really depends on what you're wearing. You know, I would say be mindful of that. And if you're going to put something on, you know that it's a sweater where your hair may stick to the sweater and pull off some other stuff of it, then you may want to put your hair up. So I'm definitely going to be mindful of that going further because I don't like to see it. I know it's not dirt, but I still don't like to see the lint build up. You can't see it in my hair now because my hair is twisted up, but I do have a little bit of lint in the back still. I'm still going to continue to do my ACV wash and detox because, I mean, yeah, I want my locks to be, I have a pet peeve about locks and dirt and just, I don't know. So locks tend to take up a lot of stuff, dirt, lint, a lot, because your hair is matted, and that's why it's so important to pay attention to your locks. People are gonna come and they're gonna tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you the truth and my experience. I can tell you about my experience, and as I go through my lock journey, I will keep telling you about my experience. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that all the lint came out of my hair, you know, when I did it and all this. I almost cut a piece of my locks off to show you guys, but I'm not gonna do that because I didn't feel like cutting my locks off. But there's a back piece back here that I may cut piece off of eventually, because it's just pure lint in that part. Like that part is full of lint. Like when I open it up, all I'm seeing is lint inside of the locks. Be proactive and still do your wash, your detox, all of that. Be mindful of the clothes that you wear. Be mindful of what your locks is going on, okay? As well as brushing your locks. I'm gonna do another video on brushing. So I recently just started brushing my locks about 2 weeks ago. I didn't want to talk about brushing locks yet because I'm still kind of experimenting on it, you know. You know me, I have to go through about a month. So I said my next video I'll talk about that. So far so good. When I brush my locks, I literally see stuff coming out, and I actually use a very soft brush, and the brush is completely clean. As I was saying before, my phone always cut off. So lock brushing is actually beneficial to your hair, and I'm not telling you to go use no brush in your hair now. I'm telling you about my experience. I was watching a video the other day on Instagram. This young lady was brushing her locks nicely. You know, everybody was in a comment being negative. Oh, you shouldn't brush your locks. Oh, it's the end of the world. And I'm like, really? So that's what prompted me to start to brush my locks. But she was saying that brushing your locks get rid of lint sometimes. So that part I got from her. And I said, well, let me start to use it then. Let me start to use the brush and brush my locks. Maybe it will help. Because I don't mind listening to people, okay? Because some people out here are very honest. They will tell you the truth and they will tell you what works. And sometimes you just gotta go with it. So brushing your locks can be harmful. Can you just take your time and just brushing them? How harmful can that be, okay? So I started to do that. So again, I'll talk more into that once I've, use it some more and see what it really does, okay? The other thing, as I said before, is covering your locks. That does help a whole lot. Cover them up as much as you can. Just cover them up, okay? When you go to the gym, cover your locks as well, meaning put it up and put some kind of band around your head and just cover. Now I'm going to talk about this. Is the last thing I'm going to talk about. I don't want to make this video too long. I saw somebody using a tweezer, like a tweezer, and they were tweezing out the lint out of their locks. I'm not doing that, and I wouldn't recommend you do that. So I think that using a tweezer to tweeze out the lint from out your locks is damaging to your locks. And I did some research on that separately. It is definitely damaging. It will, while you're tweezing out them lint, guess what's coming out? Your hair. You're also tweezing out some of your hair. So that part of your hair will get thin. You may not see it, but you'll see it over time. So I would not recommend using a tweezer to tweeze anything out. Just to sum up this whole video, okay? Do your own research when you come to your locks. Sometimes I may tell you something and it may not seem like it's helping, but it's the truth. And unfortunately, the lint is one of those things where you may have to live with in your locks, even though you don't want it. As long as you keep your hair clean, your locks are clean, they're not dirty. That's very important, and that's why you still continue to do your detox, ACV wash. Those stuff is very, very important because you don't want anything else to be growing in your locks. Okay, wonderful people. So that is it for today's video. I do want to thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time, hit that subscribe, okay? Subscribe and like this video if I'm coming to get you. Thank you to all of my other subscribers who are staying and watching. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by now in two months. So please help your girl out and subscribe and support the channel, okay? I will be back. With another video. Bye. My ring coming off. Miss you already. Can't wait to see you next time. Bye.